Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home.
Today we are in the process of cleaning this, what looks to me like a brand new IDEALINE flip-top petrol lighter with an enameled GE emblem on it. Really nice, really tight lighter. But when I pulled the insert out, and I'm really still handicapped by the fact that my air compressor went out, because I'd be much better off if I had some high pressure air that I could spray at this. But it looks to me like the Flint that someone put in this pad as a safe place for keeping it has degraded and now contaminated the felt pad. I'm going to get everything else out of the way here, and we'll just see if indeed that is degraded flint. And sure enough it is. So if I had the air compressor, which is a real disappointment, I probably ought to do a video so none of you buy that same air compressor. But you can see where that flint is just falling out of there. There was at least one, maybe two. So we'll knock that out of there the best we can. I hope that Montas isn't watching today, because this lighter is not going to get lit up. Because while it may be a little dusty, and flint dust at that, it's still brand new. Still a lighter that most likely has never been struck. Oh, I don't know. Like I said in the past, maybe that's a bad word. Maybe that's not the proper word for it, because a lighter coming out of the Zippo plant brand new, the flint is struck in it. So unstruck seems like a bad term to me. Maybe unlit, unfueled. But without an air compressor, about the best I can do is just knock this stuff off of here. Now we'll go ahead and pull this flint spring screw. Which is obviously not reaching as far as it should. There's no pressure on that file wheel. But if we wanted to measure it, we could see that it is not quite making it there. Now there's a lot of dust. It appears as though falling out of that tube. And still plenty of dust coming off this pad. Really though, rather than washing that, or I think air or just shaking it out is the best option. Let me see if I can find the proper drill bit here. Our 3/32 drill bit. Yeah, whatever that obstruction was, it pretty much Must have just been dust. So it wasn't letting the spring through, but it still pretty much just dropped out as soon as we pulled the spring. And as mentioned earlier, when I had the air compressor, I would have just gone and blown that out. But we should be able to see here well enough to see if that silver tone tip makes its way through. See whether there's any degraded flint residue on the file wheel, and it doesn't appear as though there is. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up our work surface here. So we'll go ahead and get our felt pad back on there, and the description in the eBay listing for this lighter will note as best I can what has been done. So I'll note there that there is likely flint residue still present in the insert. At the same time, I am going to go ahead and take a toothpick and one of the common household disinfectant wipes and just sort of wipe out the dust from the chimney area. If for any reason you feel like that needs to be cleaned more, you can always give it a wash with some lighter fluid and you should be able to launder that wick basically well enough to decontaminate it and get it to work. This entire insert is just a little contaminated. But still a really cool lighter. A really cool brand new lighter that the years having passed required a little bit of maintenance to be done before we could make it useful again. Until next time.